UBALDE. The bros in the hood hugging each other. Very, very nice. So come down to UBALDE and then turn right, taking this little shortcut, which is the road between JP L'Oreal and Arcas de Leon. They're doing a lot of work down here. Cleaning. It's Saturday afternoon, about 2:30. So we're going down to Holy Cross. I'll pick Annie up at 3 o'clock. She's once again doing her favourite subject, the gym. PE, squat thrusts, stomach crunches, push-ups, everything she hates. She'll be aching tomorrow. I was reading an article today, or should I say somebody brought it to my attention. It was about SIM card registration here in the Philippines for tourists. He'd been doing a little bit of research. He comes from Digos. He's called Dr. something. And he was doing an article about tourism, SIM card registration. So at the moment, you all have to register your SIM card with your 3 telco providers, Smart or PLDT, same company, Globe or Dito. And then you register that with your Philippine ID and a address where you're living in the Philippines, and they will turn around authorise your SIM card, and then you just go down and you turn around and load your Globe or do your prepaid, and you can use it. If you don't do it, after 30 days, at the end of April 27th this year, your SIM card will be deactivated by the telco company, and you'll have to look at a different way of registering your SIM card. Now, that's quite easy for somebody that lives here that's got Philippine ID, because then you just turn around and use your ID. You don't need to come up with any gobbledygook or fantangled way of actually registering. However, if you're a tourist, you get 30 days when you arrive, and what they're looking for at the moment is they're looking for your ID, which will be your passport, and that is the first issue you're going to have, because then your second form of ID needs to be where you're staying. And if it's a private address, you need to get an affidavit from the town hall completed, and then it only costs around 50 peso to get that done. It's quite straightforward. It says where you are, and you just turn around and you get your documentation from your landlord or your hotel, and that's it. But remember, it's only valid for 30 days. And then after that, you need, and this is the crunch one, you need a return plane ticket back to the UK or back to America, saying what day you're departing. And when you depart, your SIM card will be deactivated 5 days after your departure date. Oh, look at that, we're down here at Davao. We're going to cross the road straight. So you've given your ID of your passport, you've given them ID where you're living, you register online, and then you turn around and fill out your return flight details of your flight ticket. If you don't have a return flight ticket and you're extending, that's where the crunch comes, because you definitely need to have a exit ticket to get out of the Philippines. Now, a lot of people are on some different forums around are turning around and saying that they're going to find a different way around it. Well, the easy way around it, if you're coming to the Philippines and you have a Filipino, is you get her to register your phone at her address in her name, and you just pay for the load on your phone. And the ID here for the Filipina or Filipino is his address and national ID. That's it. But if you're an expat and you're on a tourist, every 30 days, it looks like at the moment, you need to renew your details on your system and on the Globe or Dito or Smart system to say that you can pay your phone bill. Now, people are turning around and saying it's to make sure you don't have any outstanding debt. Well, I think that's a load of gobbledygook really, because I turned around and registered on mine. Well, Annie did for me, but I'm using my driving license, Philippine driving license, and I'm using my visa to register here because I'm not down as a tourist. If you're a tourist and say you come here and you're going to do 30 days in Davao and then go back to your country, then you don't need to register your mobile phone. You'll be using your own mobile phone. But anyway, so Annie just turned around, put my visa, took a picture of me with my driving license, and hey bingo, my phone has been registered. But if I don't have an ID, Philippine ID, and I use your passport, then you are a tourist. And that is where I see, it's only what I see as being the first issue. If you've got any other form of ID that's in the Philippines, use it. Don't use your passport, because your passport is going to be your country of origin, which puts you straight in the tourist category, and you need to get out of the tourist category. Okay? Now, if you're coming here to stay and extend, I suggest you get your girlfriend to register your phone for you. You pay the bills, and it's your phone. Yeah? You're still going to end up with the IP address, but it's only when you're registering your SIM card. If you're going to use your card for internet and you can still use it for internet, it's my understanding, because you can go online and use free Wi-Fi and your phone will connect using your original SIM from the country you're coming here. It's only after you've done the 30 days that you need to turn around and get yourself a local SIM card. Yeah, you need to get that local SIM and then go from there. Now, I've got two mobile phones. My second one is a pain in the arse to turn around and use here, because everything I've got is on my Nokia. Yeah, and when I came here last year, I bought myself a new phone, a Pixel 6, and that has caused me all sorts of shite with the telco providers and SIM card registration and everything else that I need to turn around and do with it. Yeah, because I'm with Smart, and the reason I bought it is so that I could use my drone here, because Globe came out of the 5G market here in the Philippines, and Smart are in the 5G market, which means I can use the phone because it's 5G, and I can download stuff from my drone onto my phone. The problem I'm having is downloading the stuff from my Google 6 onto my YouTube and my other sites for my social media, because it's all linked into my other Globe account and they don't mix, which means I have to get another account. So it's all a bit messy at the moment what I'm doing with that, and it's not working out as I wanted it. But going back to phones, get a SIM card or get an eSIM. Make sure your phone's got an eSIM. Register it before you come here and use it for 30 days, 40 days, 50 days using your UK or your American account while you're here, or find an international SIM card provider and use the international SIM card provider that will give you a SIM card that you can use in your phone at local tariff rate. Remember, we're talking Globe, Smart or Dito. We're not talking about Virgin, we're not talking about Three, we're not talking about AT&T, we're not looking at all of these other different telco providers that supply international roaming SIM cards that you can use. You can use those until your SIM card expires. Then you need to turn around and register with your local SIM card provider, which is Globe, Detail or Smart. But if you're on a tourist, you need 3 bits of information. The first one being ID, second one being where you're living, a third one is a return ticket. My suggestion would get away from the passport I was using as ID, use your driving license, use your TIN number or tax number if you can get one of those, use any form of other ID like your visa or anything like that, but don't use your passport, because it will turn around and say American citizen, Canadian citizen, and then you'll just go straight into tourist registration, and that is where it becomes a problem, because point 3, you need a flight ticket. But a lot of people are turning around and getting their partners or their girlfriends to register their phones for them using their Philippine ID, Philippine address, 2 bits of ID. They use the phone, they pay for the phone, and they're off. In my opinion, it should be the telecom provider doing all the security on the SIM card, not the person. The SIM card needs to be registered. So when you buy a SIM card, you don't just go to a hole in the wall there and somebody gives you 200 SIM cards, which is what happens now. You can get as many SIM cards as you like. The person in that shop is not worried about it. He'll sell you the SIM card. They need to come with a number on that SIM card, and it needs to be registered. It needs to be registered to a person with a bank account, yeah, with an ID. Forget this tourist stuff. It should be, there's your bank card, you've paid for it, this is the ID you've put it against, this is the address. Forget the flight ticket, forget all that gobbledygook stuff. Then if you've got that many SIM cards being purchased online, because you can still purchase SIM cards online, yeah, from Lazada, you can still buy them from Shopee, and all you turn around and do is you chuck in a new SIM card every month and you get 30 days. buy 12 SIM cards. Yeah, 1,200 pesos. That's your SIM cards for a year, isn't it? Because they give you 30 days grace. We'll give you 35 days grace. So you just keep buying SIM cards. And all you do is just turn around and tell everybody you're updating. Go on my Facebook page, this is my new telephone number. Or you put Facebook, January, February, March, April, May, June, and you put your new telephone number there each month, and you just rotate it over. It's not hard, is it, to get around the system? But anyway, I'm not telling you what you should do. I've turned around and told you what I've done, and mine's working. But people are registering their mobile phones if they're on a tourist passport with their partner. If they don't have a partner, I don't know how they're doing it at the moment. I haven't got that far, but there will be a way. Buying a new SIM card every month and putting it into your smartphone before it deactivates. It's only the smart card, SIM card, that deactivates. It's not the phone. So you take the card out, throw it away, put it back in there. Don't save it. Don't save anything on the card. Save everything to the phone. You just put a new number in it. It's all saved on your phone. You haven't lost anything. And then all you do is you just turn around and say update contacts. Press it and it'll update all your contacts into your new device for 30 days, and you can let everybody know you've got a new telephone number. That's how you roll, Joe. That's how you roll. Anyway, Saturday, waiting for Annie at St Mary's, not Holy Cross. Take care.